I am super excited to be here. This is how today will go. First of all, what we will do is we will start with understanding what Turing is all about and how you can build your dream career at Turing. And then we'll bring Khalid, who's my colleague from the developer support team. He will join us and we will do a quick Ask Me Anything Q&A session. And all right, so let's get started. Thank you everyone for coming. Let me share my screen and we'll get started. All right, so I want to start off with this quote, which I love. This is by Mitch Albom, who's a famous author. The way you get meaning into your life is to devote yourself to loving others, devote yourself to your community around you, and devote yourself to creating something that gives you purpose and meaning. I just love this quote. This pretty much sums up what drives me and how my last 20 years at Microsoft has been, and now the last 3 months at Turing, and what I look forward to for my future. Again, I head developer community at Turing. I joined Turing 3 months ago after a long career at Microsoft. I have experience working with developers. I've been a developer myself, coded showcase applications for Microsoft Office, SharePoint, Microsoft 365 products. I've built a community within Microsoft, for Microsoft engineers. And now at Turing, I think I'm doing the most exciting thing. Our team is building a developer community all over the world and highly talented top 1% developers like you. So I'm super pumped, super excited. Thank you so much for being here. It's my pleasure to actually introduce you to Turing and how you can build your dream career with us. So let's get started. So we all now live in a remote first world, right? Thanks to the pandemic, that is the situation we are all in. And every company today is in a race to find the world's best remote engineers, people just like you. Day after day, we hear companies going remote. LinkedIn went remote. Before that, it was Twitter. Even traditional companies like Siemens is announcing that people can work remotely and they're hiring remote engineers. All these companies are looking for great remote engineers from all over the world, just like you. They want people just like you because of 3 main reasons. First is companies have realized that when you go remote, you can actually hire the best people in the world that might be a good fit for your role, irrespective of where they are. Not just the people that live near your office or city or state, but you have this global pool. And then companies have also realized that when you're recruiting from different parts of the world, you have access to many more regions of the world that have not been explored so far. And the last reason is we all now know that distributed teams just work. But it can be hard to get noticed in a planetary pool. I mean, there are more than 30 million developers in the world, right? How do we stand out? The reason is because many of the hiring managers, when they look at the resumes, they don't recognize the schools that we went to. If we are from a different country, if we're not from Stanford or MIT, it's hard for them to know the school that we went to. We might have gone to the best school in our city, in our state, but it's, hiring managers in the US most likely do not know. And same with the companies that you worked at. You might have worked at an amazing company in your local area, but for hiring managers, it's difficult for them to know if they're not familiar with the region, right? So for all of these reasons, it gets difficult to get noticed in such a large planetary pool of developers. And when it comes to finding remote job opportunities, the old playbook is to go for direct employment at companies or go for like short-term gigs or like IT services company or dev shops. Now, if you apply directly at a company and you get selected and you're lucky enough to get the job, then these are great. You have long-term employment, it's high quality work, you have community, mentorship, but it can be hard to get these jobs. On the other hand, if you apply to a gig platform or a recruiting marketplace or an IT services or dev shop, the problem is these are usually short-term projects and the work is not exciting, they don't help with your career, and they don't do anything for your resume. but these are easy to get. Now, our founders, Jonathan Siddharth and Vijay Krishnan, thought, why don't we create a new category of remote work that had all the positives of everything that we discussed, but none of the negatives? For example, what if you had access to the best jobs in the entire planet, not just the best jobs in the city? What if you had access to long-term jobs and not short-term gigs? What if you had access to mentorship and upskilling so you can continuously learn and grow? What if you had access to an exclusive community of global developers? And when time came to switch jobs, it was super easy. And you didn't have to go through a lot of tests and interviews every time you have to change jobs. And that is why our founders built Turing, to help engineers like you have your dream career. At Turing, we use AI to connect the world's best developers like you to high quality US jobs. And we are super excited about that. We want to be your long-term career partner. When you join Turing, we will match you with better and better opportunities so you grow in your career. And when you get matched and start working at Turing, we will pay you directly. We'll pay you monthly and on time and in your local currency. The Turing team and the Turing technology continuously keeps you matching with jobs one after another. So you don't have to worry about changing jobs. And we also give you access to mentorship, upskilling community. I head community at Turing. I have an amazing team of community managers. We have lots of ideas. We would love to hear from you, your ideas on what types of programs, initiatives, events, forums you would like to have access to. We're open to feedback. We would love to build this community with you. And we are super excited for that. I want to also mention that already we have over 200 companies that are using Turing to find engineers just like you. And on Turing, they're looking for these types of roles and skills. We have full stack, backend, mobile, DevOps, AI, data science, and lots of skills, like 100 plus skills. If you go to Turing.com, you will be able to see all of these skills and job types as well. So how do you get started? It's super easy. All you have to do is go to Turing.com and pass our tests. We evaluate you for your technical skills, soft skills, communication skills, prior work experience. And we've designed the tests in a way that it's a positive experience for you. Just going through the tests can be a good boost for you. And so I highly encourage you to take the tests. Now, once you pass the vetting, our personalized matching team will match you with opportunities. Like you can confirm your availability with us and you can confirm the compensation. And when you actually get matched with one of our partner companies, you will start working and Turing will pay you monthly and Turing will help you and support you as you grow in your career. So again, once we match you, we provide lifelong matching. So when an engagement ends, a couple of weeks before that, our AI technology detects that your engagement is coming to an end, and we will start matching you with the next opportunity. Sometimes some of our clients will ask for additional interviews. Just know that those interviews are very, very light because our clients trust our vetting process. And as I also said, you'll get community and career mentoring. We also provide 24/7 support from our HR and developer success team. I also lead the developer success team. I have a team of amazing developer success specialists who are 100% committed to making you successful. Now I wanted to just quickly go through 4 top frequently asked questions that we get all the time. So this one is the top question, right? Like everyone asks us, how much will I make on Turing? And basically how Turing works is you will tell us your salary expectations, and then we'll agree together on the compensation that works for you. And you get to keep 100% of that. We charge companies on top of that to cover our costs. The second question is, do I need to speak English? Yes, because most of our companies are US based. So you can easily communicate with the team, and understand the requirements and deliver, yes, you should be able to speak or easily communicate with native English speakers. It doesn't have to be like an expert level English or anything, but you should be able to have a two-way communication. Another question that we get asked is, do I have to pay US taxes? And the answer is no. Turing will pay you monthly on time and in your preferred currency. You may need to pay taxes in your country, but not for US. And then your bank might charge a small transaction fee as well. So you need to keep in mind. So when negotiating salary, when you're telling us your compensation, you might want to keep all of this in mind and ask for the correct salary. Typically, our engineers will keep all of this into account and they'll ask for the right salary. And the last question is, how do I prepare to take Turing's test? Again, many successful engineers that are currently working at Turing have told us that before taking the coding test, for example, they would actually practice on platforms such as LeetCode. We also have some practice tests that we will send you in a follow-up email. For the coding test, we already have a practice test on the site itself. So you can use all of these resources to get ready. There is one more question. What if I fail a test on Turing? No problem, you can reapply. Many successful Turing developers have failed some of our tests and retook them and have actually cleared those. So you can do that. You can take the test again in 3 months. And we are here for you. The frequently asked questions, you can access them at help.turing.com. There's a great set of questions that we have compiled based on the questions we get repeatedly from the community. And also we have a Turing developer support team. You can contact them at support.turing.com. They're available 24/7. You can reach out to the team if you have any questions. This is part of our executive team, and the team has a lot of expertise in AI and building engineering teams in the US. At Turing, we are creating this new talent cloud, a new category of remote work, and we hope that you will join the movement. With Turing, you will get access to global opportunities, long-term jobs, mentorship and upskilling, community, and easy lifelong matching. It's super easy to get started. Go to turing.com and take your first test. And that's it. Now I would like to invite Khalid onto the stage. Khalid is one of my colleagues from the developer support team. He's a support lead. Welcome.
Hi, Uma. Hi, Uma.
Thank you so much, Khalid. So this question is from Dinesh. Is it only full-time jobs or do we have flexible times?
Thanks, Dinesh. Thank you for asking this question. I really love your enthusiasm to start working with us. We do have full-time opportunities as well as part-time, but we don't have as much as demand that we have for full-time roles compared to the part-time. And with regards to the flexibility, yes, at Turing, you get all the flexibility because we ensure that all the developers who work for us have their personal and professional life balanced. So you just need to overlap 4 hours of your day in PST time zone. The reason being, most of our clients are from Silicon Valley in US. Rest of the hours, you might start anytime you want.
Thank you, Khalid. There are 2 questions which are very similar. So one is, I don't see much jobs in the portal. It's been more than 1 month. I got qualified, but no interview yet. And then there is, I haven't been matched to. It's been weeks and still nothing. I did several tests.
Great. I love the excitement that you guys have to start working with us. So thank you so much for asking about the status of your profile. So there are a lot of factors which comes in picture when we want to match with you with the clients, because we are looking forward to hire the top 1% of pre-vetted software developers, which means there are coding challenges, Turing tests, your scores in those tests, and so on. So depending on how you progress on the platform, depending on how you score, we assess your profile and then we start matching them. But I'm sure sooner or later you will surely hear from the team. I would also like to stress that please reach out to support@turing.com. And our team will quickly review your profile and understand what is lacking and give you a personalized feedback so that we can increase your matchability rate. You shall hear from the team soon. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Khalid. The next question is, do you accept undergraduate students with no work experience?
Well, yes, you can progress on the platform, but Typically, we require developers to have 3+ years of experience to get matched with the clients. But in case you're interested, there's no harm in attempting a Turing test. You will learn more. And if there is something interesting as per your skills in the internal role, you might hear from the internal team as well.
Plus one to that, if you want to just go ahead and give the test, absolutely no harm, and you will only learn. I mean, it's a great experience. All right. So is there a place to take practice tests for DevOps engineers?
Yes, we do have practice tests on the platform. You can practice the test in your preferred language, which gives you a hang of how the platform works, and also you'll be able to understand what is the expectation when you take the coding challenge. So we do have that. All you need to do is just attempt the combination of tech stack and unlock the coding challenge option in your profile, and then you will see practice test there.
Do you have opportunities for freelancers?
Well, we do not have opportunities for freelancer, but it again depends on what sort of projects you've been involved in. We usually prefer developers who had like full-time experience in their prior work history. But you can just reach out to support@turing.com if there's something which is very relevant to your prior experience. Maybe we can give you a personalized feedback. But preferably, we look for full-time engagement.
This question is from Cynthia. How do I get the test sample questions?
Right. I'm sure Cynthia is trying to crack the coding challenge here. Great. Yeah, like you can just reach out to support@turing.com. We have a test preparation material which we can share with you. So you can just go through all of the questions which are there. You can also try practice test before you actually take the coding challenge, which will also give you a hang of how the platform works, and you'll be able to understand what is the expectation from that. But we do have it there. Just email us at support@turing.com and we'll help you out with that.
Great. Do I get paid when I work more than working hours?
Thanks for asking this question. Well, ideally, no. We have 8 hours a day and like 40 hours a week, and it differs from client to client as well. So you will be getting these details in a non-technical evaluation call, which happens once you crack the coding challenge, once you make progress to the get match stage. There will be a dedicated team getting in touch with you to brief you about how the working hours are going to look like, what is the further process, and how are you getting paid, and so on. Good luck to you.
Why is there no copy-paste option in practice tests?
Right. I understand a lot of people ask about, why we don't have copy paste on the coding challenge platform. The reason being, it's intentionally added there to test your capability to solve that particular problem, because you will be able to find a lot of online practice platforms like LeetCode. You can just go there and practice. And even on Turing's platform, we have practice tests. So we stress on that point. We want our developers to be completely free and independent to work on their codes. So please do test your skills before going to the actual coding challenge, and we don't have copy paste there.
Mohammed is asking, should I have experience?
Yes, Mohammed. Yes, you need to have a minimum of 3 years of experience. But even if you have like less years of experience, you can still progress on the platform, because we really appreciate people coming to our platform to learn new things, to learn what are the expectations when you want to work with top tech companies in Silicon Valley. So no harm in that. Please progress ahead, take Turing test, and you will rock it for sure.
And, how many months does it take to retake a failed stack?
Right. So you need to wait for 3 months. The goal of time is 3 months to retake the failed tech stack. You can just reach out to support@turing.com and we will enable your access again. And additionally, you will also be able to see on your profile how many days are left before your next attempt. So you can see all that there.
There is some feedback from Faisal. He's just suggesting that the time duration for coding tests should be at least 1 hour. I see some comments saying 30 minutes isn't enough to do 2 tests. Thank you for the feedback.
Thank you, Faisal. Yeah.
We will do just one more. Is it possible to reschedule an already scheduled interview?
Yes, you can do that. There are a lot of internal teams who reschedule depending on what reasons you have, but you just need to ensure that you have a genuine reason. All the schedules are given beforehand. But in case if you have an emergency or anything at all, please feel free to reach out to your point of contact. And if you don't have a point of contact, just reach out to us at support@turing.com and we will ensure your interview is rescheduled.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I just wanted to end the session by saying we hope you will go to Turing.com and finish all your tests. And we hope to match you with the best job opportunities and make all your dreams come true. Our mission is to unleash the world's untapped human potential. We believe that amazing developers like you with the right opportunity can change the world. So we are super excited and committed to helping you make this happen. Our team here puts in a lot of effort to make these sessions happen. They're always looking for ideas for improvement. So if you can give us feedback, that would really help us. And we would also love to hear on what types of community programs you would like to see as well. So hope to see you soon. I would love to see you all in the other sessions that are happening. Go to community.turing.com and sign up for future sessions. And also go to turing.com and sign up and start your tests today. All right. Thank you, everyone. If you have further questions, you can reach us at the support@turing.com. See you soon. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.